Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to today's pop-up stream. Um, Hopefully you can hear me. Everything seems to be working fine on my end. So I've got a little, just a clock running in the background. Hey, Felicia, good to see you. How's it going? How's it going? Um, Thanks for popping by. I know it was very short notice, but um, so here's my plan going forward. Basically, I'm planning to do streams every Sunday, and I'm thinking it will be 2-3 hours, more like a social stream. So we'll do mostly chatting, I would hope, and we'll do some work in between, and how long we go, but we'll just see how it goes really. um, no strict or hard and fast rules. So yeah, today is going to be the first of the live streams, and it'll probably be a shorter one if I'm honest. Let's see how we go. I'm thinking I'll probably be here for I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours. Just chat it up and do some work. So maybe I'll have we'll do a different time. I could always use this timer, so this one has a timer as well. So a timer tab, which we can check out. So it could be like 1 hour, 10 minutes, or how many seconds. So that's what we got. RC, hey, six. Did you have a different screen name, Mr. Six or Miss Six? I'm not sure. Hold on, let me get those up. So that's RC. Great to see you. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Six. Yep. Hi. Let me give you a wave. Let me give you a wave here. Wave. Hey, Six. So yeah, did you have a different screen name? I'm just curious. Saying hi's all around Felicia, and there's my wave. So yes, great to see a few people. Thanks for joining me. So yeah, hold on. If you didn't catch what I was saying earlier, basically I'm thinking about doing some streams, for the foreseeable future, every weekend, and I'm thinking it'll probably be anything between 1.5 to 3 hours. So from 3 p.m. Eastern time on Sundays to 4:30 or 6 o'clock, anything between then. So we'll just see how everyone feels, how I feel, whether my voice will hold up for that long, and we'll do some chats and some work in between, and go from there. So yeah, another thing I wanted to announce is that I am going to be not I have actually started doing some research into the fiction stuff that I have been talking about that I want to do at some point. So right now I'm just doing some research, which is research like reading more books. Basically, I've got to read in the genre that I plan to write in. Currently, the thinking is I'm thinking thriller of some kind. I'm thinking action thriller. So I've checked out a book from the library, a recent book actually. It's by let me just grab it here. It's by James Patterson, and it's called Countdown. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Countdown by James Patterson. It's fairly popular. Yes. So Six saying hi. Thriller. Yes, that's right. So let me see if I can get the thing going. Amazon. And it is James Patterson. Just see what comes off of James Patterson. That's one of the later books. Not crossed down, but it is co-written. Well, I don't know if it's co-written or I don't know how much Brendan Dubois has written and how much James Patterson has written. But it's this one over here. There we go. So this one right here called Countdown, a thriller. She has 5 days to save the world. Yeah, it's not bad actually. It's not bad. So let me just show you over here. So right here, I'm gonna open the window a little bit more. Straight off the bat, 5,179 ratings. Whew. Yes, not bad, not bad. Then again, for a James Patterson, I don't know, 5,000 is that good? You guys, let me know. What do you guys think for James Patterson over the course of March 20th all the way to July 30th, which is today? That's what's that? April, May, June, July. So 4 months and 10 days. In 4 months, he's got 5,000 ratings. So I reckon I take that any day. So this is the blurb. Let's dissect it a little bit. All right. So let's go back to read less. So first thing is they've got the cover. They've got this countdown, which is the title, followed by the subtitle. Amy Cornwall is Patterson's greatest character since Lindsay Boxer. Obviously, he's allowed to use his own name. And let's take a look at this as well. So number one, you see over here straight off the bat is something in bold. It's one sentence. It's one, or 1.5 sentences because he's got the ... Amy Cornwall has 5 days to save the world, 4 days to save the family, and so on. James Patterson's most riveting thriller since The Black Book. And then it's got a little blurb about Agent Amy Cornwall, blah, blah, blah. And then you got to click into this to expand it. So you can immediately see they're trying to get you to click into it. And it's not a long blurb. Okay, so this keeps my attention. Let's go and have a look. Oh, this is what I wanted to... I was flipping through the other day from the brand, and he's got obviously some of his things. But you can see from the publisher, this is where A+ content goes. Before I get too much into the weeds, let me just say hi to people who are popping up right now. So thriller, yes, I was mentioning I'm going to write some thriller, maybe, but I'm doing my research right now. I love James Patterson. I have heard of Countdown. What is happening? Hi, Richard or Cliff. Hannah, hi. Great to see you. Yes, 5,000 ratings in the space of 3 and a bit months. Highs all around. What kind of book title is Count a Thriller Countdown? Count a Thriller Down. I think it's just Countdown. Let me just go back to the page. It's just Countdown, but it's written as like a thriller is in between. So you're supposed to read Countdown and then it's called a thriller. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so where was I with the chats? Title was probably All That J. I wouldn't be surprised, Richard. I wouldn't be surprised. Good evening, Martin. Good evening. Great to see you here. Why did you delete? I didn't delete your comment. Okay, own up. Who deleted whose comment? Come on, own up. Hey, Elma. Great to see you. Hi. Ooh, A+ content. Yes, I was just talking about that, Elma. What are we talking about? That was late. Hi, Cliff. Highs, Marty. Are we going to Marty or Martin? More highs. I know I'm trying. Yeah, I got that. I got that, Hannah. Yeah. I just wasn't sure if anyone else got that. Sorry, I had to mansplain a little bit. Cliffy, yes, let's go with Cliffy. Cliffy is good. I like that. Okay, anyway, so I was just going through like the fact that from now on I'm gonna do Sunday streams. Okay, so I'm gonna do Sunday streams, and they are going to go for anything between 1.5 hours to 3, 1.5 to 3 hours kind of thing. And I've just mentioned that I have started doing some research into what I think I may want to write, and I've settled on, for the moment, thriller. Now I'm not quite sure which kind of thrillers I'm looking at, but I'm thinking action kind of thrillers, and that's brought me to my first bit of research. And the first bit of research that I've got is I'm reading this book. I'm going to hide people for now. Let me just hide that comments. But the research I'm doing, so I checked out this book. It's called Countdown, a Thriller by James Patterson and Brendan Dubois. I don't know how much James Patterson wrote and how much Brendan wrote. I'll probably do a bit of research into that. Anyway, so if you look at this from the publisher, this is all A+ content, and it's really on point because there's like the hill, there's a helicopter, a gunship helicopter, so this is specific. 543, and if you look back at the description here, Amy Cornwall has 5 days saver, 4 days saver. So you can see there's the 5, 4, and then if you scroll further down, it kind of resonates 5, 4, 3, you know. And it's almost like they are visually representing the blurb, the description, Amazon description in the A+ content. So there we go. Another interesting thing, no editorial reviews posted. It's just talking about JP and Brendan Dubois, which is fine. By the way, it was launched March 20th, 2023, and it's got a Kindle rank currently of 8,000 or 9,000, which is outstanding. 5,000 ratings, and it was launched March 20th, 2023. So in you know, what do we say, 4 months and 10 days or something, there's 5,000 ratings. Well, I'd take that any day. You know, I'd love that. So there we go. This is just like my self-publisher brain kind of working here. This is what I'm looking at when I look at the sales page. So there we go. I'm just reading this book as I go. Hopefully I can get some more research done as I read more. I've just come in from Mission Impossible, so that's kind of a thriller, action thriller, isn't it? Eyes all around, right thrillers like that, like Mission Impossible. Yeah, I would love to. I would love to. Panda, how are you going to get all the zombies to jump at the same time? I don't know. I'll figure something out. This is pretty cliche, though I'm not a passive fan. So yeah, it is very cliche. It's true, but you know, that's kind of what the readers, the fans, seem to like. You know, some people expect certain boxes to be ticked, and that is absolutely true. Yep, Hannah agrees. It's true. Formulaic isn't always bad if you're writing genre fiction. Your reader will have certain expectations. Yep. I get that too. Passive is hugely popular for a reason. Yep. And I guess the thing about this book that I'm researching right now is I'm making notes. So let's just have a look at the look inside. So I'm just going to scroll through look inside, and it's really basic. The first thing, obviously, there's the page. Don't worry about that. But this, in the paperback, for example, this will be like the cover page bit, okay? Like a repetition of the cover page. And then we can see the disclaimer. Characters and events in this book are fictitious. Any similarity to real persons, living or dead, is coincidental and not intended by the author. So I guess this suggests that only one person wrote it. I'm not gonna speculate further on that. So copyright, well, yeah, cover design, cover art. So they are using Shutterstock. Nothing about AI, or maybe Shutterstock's got AI. We'll check that later. All this kind of stuff. Good stuff. ISBN, you can check that if you want. Okay, table of contents. You can see, I'm just scrolling quickly. There's a cover, title page, copyright, dedication. Where's the dedication? Did I miss? Or maybe they didn't show it. Anyway, and you can see just scrolling through, there's quite a lot of chapters. And that's been my, oh, there we go, dedication. This is for my parents, Arthur. BD, so we obviously know that's Brendan Dubois. My guess is Brendan probably wrote to the majority of it, and that's just how it's done. So yeah, the usual. What's coming next? If you want to find out more, so this is speaking to readers who want to find out more, you sign up to James Patterson's newsletter. So we should all have that. So immediately I'm thinking so many chapters. I've had a flip through the book as well, by the way. So it's 130 chapters. They are very short chapters. All right. So they're not like 20-page chapters. These are kind of a lot of chapters to keep the pace of that thriller going. It's actually quite a smart technique. So, Martin, how does this title compare with top indie titles in the genre? I don't know. I haven't researched, but I'll tell you what I immediately think. He's using his own name, Patterson, which is obviously a keyword in itself. Countdown, I'm not sure if that's something that maybe comes up for other things. You can do, what's it, ISBN. So we could do a search for other books, and then if you type in countdown, so I don't know, you gotta pick, like, get an ISBN here. So get an ISBN and then do this kind of search and see what comes up, right? So over here you would put in the ISBN or ASIN. Try an ASIN. So this ASIN over here, that's the ASIN. I've just grabbed that. So B09ZB or ZB PT S7J. So that's your ASIN. If you type it in here, and then you type in the keyword that you want to see if it's ranking for, and you should see, there we go, one result for this, and that is the first page result. So you'd have to do this for whatever book you are looking at. So if I look at, others in a similar genre, I know we're kind of going off topic a little bit, but it's all good because these streams are going to be just like me chatting stuff. And these are all James Patterson books, which makes sense. I'm trying to look for someone who's not James Patterson to see if you can do a comparison. Okay, let's take a look at David's here. So this guy's obviously quite popular, psychological thriller. I'm willing to bet this is a keyword. I'm willing to bet. Not a lot of money, but I'm willing to put some money down on it. So let's say I'm going to pull the ASIN over here, and I'm going to do a search for this ASIN and the word countdown. So I know this guy is not ranking for this word, so he's not ranking for this. But he is probably ranking for thriller. Look at that. That ASIN plus thriller, that's in his keyword. And one result for that. Okay, so for sure what he's done with that one. Anyway, I digress. I haven't really done keyword research is the short answer, Martin, but this is how I would see what other books in the genre are looking for in terms of keywords. JP's chapters are like 3 pages long, correct? In fact, some of them are like 1.5, 2 pages long. Really keeps the pace going. I wouldn't use AI for covers. The law isn't there yet. Your mileage may vary. That's a gray area. Some people are already using AI for covers. I will say it's rife, like it's just everywhere when it comes to low and no content. Hi, Anne. How's it going? Good to see you. Guten Tag is my greeting. Yes to links to your newsletter and your ebook and QR. Yeah, QR code. I gotta say, Richard, I missed that trick. I'm really annoyed. I missed that trick with my latest book. I knew about QR codes. I just in the heat of battle, as it were, I kind of lost the plot and forgot to put a QR code at the back of my paperback and hardcover versions. Anyway, what are we doing, Anne? So I've decided I'm going to do like weekly sprints, weekly weekend sprints, and they're going to be like more chatty, have a look at things like I'm just doing with a book that I've recently checked out from the library. It's called Countdown. So I'm going to be doing weekend streams for 1.5 to 3 hours. So 3 p.m. Eastern time to 4:30, 5 or 6 p.m., depending on what people are feeling, how I'm feeling. And I've just shared that I'm planning to go into fiction writing, but I'm not quite there with getting the writing done. I've got to do some research. So as part of my research, I've decided I'm going to look at thrillers, and I've checked out a book, and the book I checked out is James Patterson's Countdown. So that's kind of my research phase, if you like. So I'm doing research. I'm planning to write in the fiction genre. Yeah, I have no idea when I'm going to be published any of this stuff. In fact, it's probably going to be a long time away. I don't know if that says anything about me or how crap I am, but there we go. Richard, write more words for my team, please. Yes, Richard. How dare you not write more words? It's outrageous, really. Richard Khan, I am not a writing robot. An AI, if you will. Did we ever get confirmation that Richard is not AI? Can I join your team still? Oh, I don't know. I believe in you. You can do it. Never too late. Yeah, you can, Hannah. We'd love to have you, and it's still running until midnight your time zone. 3 hours and 44 minutes left. Yeah, go ahead and get some words in. Hey, anything for the team, right? Never too late to get your beep together and write words for me. Yeah, a little rude. I don't know how in real life things to do. You're currently about 4,000 words below average. Ooh. Where's the link? Yeah, Anne's wrenched up, I'm sure. So thank you for putting the link there. Yay to thrillers. And here's the live stream. Yep. Cool. Go check out Anne's stream as well, please, everyone. It's close to midnight. Fiction, Andy. Yes, that. Yeah. So I've always been like in nonfiction more recently, the past couple of years, and that's my focus. But I'm gonna do one final nonfiction book, and after that, I'm planning to pretty much put all my energy into the fiction side. But yeah, I'm not sure how well I'm gonna write in fiction, so I'm very aware of that because I've never written fiction. But I'm gonna share my journey like Elma has suggested. Nothing wrong with sharing what I'm going through. Thrillers, yeah, actually, everyone, let me know if you were watching a movie or if you were reading a book. I would like to know what kind of thriller that you're into. So the book I've got here, Countdown, it's a military thriller with a bit of spy CIA thing. I'm not sure I'm going to write in that because I don't really know enough about the military side of things. I don't know about I don't know weapons. I don't know military teams. I kind of have the broad strokes, but not enough to write a book. We've done the Michael Jackson bit. I feel like I missed something here. Geez, sorry I didn't exhaustively check the chat because I made my off-the-cuff comment. Typical, hey? I wrote words for you. Good, well done, Cliff. No worries. More words, yeah? Help the cause. Richard has had a long weekend, yes. Will you be writing the fiction books on the same pen name as your non-fiction books? No, it will definitely be a different pen name. In fact, if I do ever get to writing the stuff, after my research, after probably test driving my writing a bit, so I'm thinking I will write something short, send it out to people to see what they think. I'm realistic, I'm probably not the strongest writer around, but that just means I need more practice. So the first couple of tries of writing fiction or writing short stories, I'm sure I'm going to fall flat on my face. It will hurt a little bit, no doubt, when people say this doesn't resonate with me, or the pacing's off, or this character, what you got his name wrong, you got the gender wrong, it's a he, not a her. I can see it. I'm realistic, so I'll probably have probably at least a year of writing stuff before I seriously do a fiction piece of work. Have you got a pen name? Not yet. I'm open to suggestions. Keep it clean because it's got to resonate with the thriller crowd. So, yeah, it's not going to be like erotica or monster romance or anything like that. I lean towards psychological thrillers, I think, or serial killery, murdery ones. Yeah. Like most thrillers, there's always some kind of threat to life, it's either like a small scale, like threat to one person's life, or it's like a bigger scale where it's a threat to many people's lives. So yeah, I was telling Cliff and Hannah in London that I enjoyed some Charles Cummings stories. Okay. Let me add that to my list. Oh. Okay, that's not good. I just dropped my mouse. It's all good. Let me just Give me a minute. I'm just picking my mouse up. The rat fell. It's all good. I was trying to look for a pen. I'm gonna circle back to that. Let me make a note of it. Charles Cummings. I'm just writing it down.
Was that you?
Yeah, I dropped a mouse. Sorry. So yeah, I just made a note of Charles Cummings for thrillers. I'm gonna go and check his books out later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in the stream. Do you wanna come start?
Fine.
Oh. Anyway, do you already have pending pick? No, I'm open to suggestions, but I'll probably have Andy somewhere. I think Mick Heron. Okay, let me write that down as well. Mick Heron. Sorry, folks, I'm just writing these suggestions down. You could use AI generator author photo for your pending. Yes, I could, but I don't know. I think people would like to see a picture of a panda. You know, every time you go on this website, it will generate a photo of a person who doesn't exist. Ah, this person does not exist.com. Yeah, interesting. I might check that out at some point. Thank you for that tip. In general, it also generates the occasional eldritch abomination. Yeah, so you got to use like AI stuff really carefully, I think, you know. So yeah, I'm surprised actually. I've ranted on for nearly half an hour, and we haven't done any work, which is shocking, really. So yes, I've been catching up on some reading, so I can do some research into the thriller genre. What say you, everyone, if we go into a, I don't know, what do you think, 45-minute sprint? We got to do some work, and just a bit. We got to do some work. Ooh, actually, on that note, in the future, in future streams, I'm open to having people pop on and kind of co-host with me if they'd like. Our sprint is still running for 30 minutes. I love it. Yeah. How's my voice? Is my voice entertaining? No. You mean yes? SD1N is in the house. Oh, by the way, anyone who has not checked out SD's Kickstarter, please go and check the Kickstarter out. Actually, let me try and find the Kickstarter link. SD, if you've got the Kickstarter link, by all means, put it in. I've got to find the Kickstarter link. I don't have it on. Let me get the Kickstarter link. Hold on, folks. I'm just trying to search for it in the background. SD Houston's Kickstarter, which has 1 day left actually. So today, and I believe it ends tomorrow. It's called A Curse of Scales and Feathers, a fantasy romance. Which, incidentally, oh, there you go. SD's plugged it in the chat, so please feel free to go and check it out. Make friends with the like button. Yes, excellent reminder, folks. If you are here, slap that like button until it changes color, or do what I do. I throw like a book that doubles up as a weapon until the like button changes. Throw it. I'm a tiny sprint fan, but if you do 45, I'll split it. Yes. Okay. Good to know, Hannah. Good to know. 45 minutes is not torture. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Hopefully you're entertained. 1 day left. Yes, your voice is great as always. I've had to change that a little bit. Okay, so I'll leave this comments up before we go into the first sprint. Are you not entertained? That's also what Oscar from Shark Tale said when he defeated the shark. Well, it's kind of like play defeat, you know. Yeah, Will Smith does the Shark Tale Oscar voice. Are you not entertained? Obviously, I can't do it. I'm not an actor, but that's what he says. Just finished my new dance video for hitting 3,000. Outstanding. I look forward to checking that out. Holy chance. Going to release tomorrow. Yep, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for that. Slap that like button until it reports you to the police. Indeed. Much violence there. Yep, congratulations, SD. Yeah. No, that's So I'm gonna put the timer on. Let's do. Shall we say half an hour? I don't know. I'm gonna use this timer here. They've got a timer here. Timer tab. I'm going to try this one. Okay, so we're going to do 30 minutes because that'll take us to top of the hour, 4 o'clock. We're going to go, and I shall see you on the other side. And that is time. That is the first half hour. How did everyone do? What did you guys do? I was catching up on the chat in Discord, so it wasn't a hugely productive chat. Let me get rid of this one and put this back on the page in case anyone's joining a bit later or just after the first sprint. Basically, the announcement is, and I've also pinned it to the top in the chat. So I will be doing live streams on weekends. That's number one. So that's the first announcement. And number two, I'm going to be doing some videos and sharing my journey into the realm of fiction, which I've been kind of talking about for a while now. And I've decided I've got to do it. I've got to at least give it a good try. I may not be as successful as other people, but you won't know till you try. That's my view in life. Obviously, there are some things you should not try. Please do not try. For example, like the joke, and this is a joke. Please don't do it. Do not try this at home or anywhere else unless under supervision by trained professionals. So the joke is, if at first you do not succeed at skydiving, then skydiving is not for you. Yeah. It's kind of difficult to recover from that one. Anyway, let's pick up on the chats. So by the way, anyone who's interested, Shannon SD Houston has a Kickstarter that ends tomorrow. So you have a day or two. If you wanted to go and support her, feel free. Martin, I'm not an actor yet. I'm not sure I'm going to be an actor anytime soon. Anne is also sprinting. She's got a sprint with 3 others. Feel free to hop on over, say hi. And that's just me saying I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit everything in. And Estelle, the lovely Estelle, her the nickname some of us have given her is Waffle, because she's from Belgium and Belgian waffles. So it's kind of cute as well. So the announcements, as I mentioned earlier. Hey, Lauren, great to see you. Hope everything's okay. Go Gadget Andy. Hey, Margaret, how you doing? I know you had just done your Sunday live sprint, so you've got a Sunday live stream. So you got a busy day. And there's me. I mentioned the announcements earlier. It's also in the pin. Now, Lauren had asked, does this mean you're working on a novel? And my answer is nowhere close, because I'm just literally right at the start. So I have a very long ways to go. I'm realistic about it. It's kind of like when you're in school or some kind of academic program that you may be in. You have to give yourself enough time. You don't just go in day one and then sit the exam, right? You got to build up to learning all the things, practicing all the things. So I'm basically saying it's going to be a long time in the future. But if I don't start now, I'm not going to get there. So I figure, let me just start now. And it is an exciting journey. Emma has been very, very supportive. Estelle, thank you for cheering. And I just want to make it clear, I'm very grateful for all the support I am. But there will be failures along the way. But be sure I will be sharing the failures as well. And I'm kind of volunteering Emma Bennett to coach me along the way. And no, we're not being negative. So I was just mentioning that there will be failures along the way. It's just one of those things we have to deal with, ups and downs of life, as it were. And I'm going to try and make sure that wherever I am in the process, I'll share the ups and downs. So long as we keep moving forward, right? That's the important thing. Estelle's still here. Great. Essie's editing video. Is that the dance video? Well, I'm looking forward to that for hitting the Kickstarter goals. I've read your writing, Hannah, and it's really good. You're going to crush this. I really hope so. Let me share something personal that I've actually written into a nonfiction. My next nonfiction book. It's part of the part of that next book. Once I'm done that next book, I'm going to shift to the fiction, which is why I'm starting the fiction research now. Dan's video is done, so okay, this is a new video by SD. Yes, we have our eyes peeled for SD's next dance video for celebrating her Kickstarter success. Okay, so my confession here is that I am not inherently a strong writer. Okay, I don't have that, natural talent for writing. In my opinion, I don't think I have that talent for writing. So when I did the nonfiction, that was kind of like a test if I would even do or get into publishing anything, any books. So originally I had started off with low and no content because, as a business model, it's a great business model. You don't have to put any money down, right? If you don't want to, you can start with zero if you want to. If you're a graphic designer, even better. You know exactly how to do graphics, like covers and all that. So that was kind of the early entry for me. And then I had a coach at the time, and he kind of said, actually, Dale was the coach, and he read a few lines of a couple of nonfiction books I was working on, and he's like, "You have to publish this. It's it's not bad. It's good stuff." At the time, I took that advice, so I did publish it, and those books still sell, which is good. They're not big sellers or anything. It's not like an Amazon bestseller, but it gave me the confidence to feel like I can actually write some stuff. So I continued writing some nonfiction, and I really enjoy some fiction stuff. I love some movies. I like the sci-fi stuff, like the Star Wars, Star Trek, Guardians of the Galaxy, X-Men, and all that. Marvel, Disney stuff. I really do enjoy that. And I think, after a bit of umming and ahhing and discussing it with people, I thought, yeah, let me give this a go. So I decided I'm going to try to read fiction, and the first genre I'm going to do, or I'm going to read in, is thrillers, because I think that's something I might be able to get into, not just writing wise, but also interest wise. So I feel, it's really important to write in something you are at least somewhat interested in. It's really difficult to, I know this from experience, it's really difficult to keep going if you're writing or doing something in an area that you have zero interest in. It's even more difficult to do something which you actively dislike. So if you really hate something and you have to show up day in, day out, that's just gonna do really bad things for your mental your mental your mental game. So I decided I'm gonna try and read thriller first. It's kind of like the groundwork. So yes, that's the story to date. And Richard, let's go back to the chat. Our second dance video from Shannon. Yes, 1N has to deliver more dance videos, please. I iron my shirts for work. Ooh, last time, Richard, you were doing dishes, and I think a few people volunteered you to do their dishes as well. If you're volunteering to iron people's shirts and clothes, by all means, you could start a little side hustle there as well. I don't think anyone needs natural talent for writing. I would tell my students that all the time when I taught college English and literature. Writing is a craft to be practiced and honed. Yes, I completely agree, SD, and I don't come from a very good or very strong background. In fact, I did English literature when I was this is like decades ago, and I took the exam twice. Okay, the first time, I got a grade D, and it kind of hurt. I won't lie, it did hurt because I spent a lot of time trying to, practice for the exam, practice questions, practice writing, all that kind of good stuff. Anyway, I got a D. So I thought, okay, maybe that was me on the day itself, luck, whatever you have it. So I did the exam again. And the second time, I did the exam. Oh my goodness. I actually got an E. That's right. I got a worse grade than the first time. Oh my god. So yeah, I would completely agree, SD. I definitely fall into the category where I do not have a natural talent for writing. So there you go. That's my backstory to why I've been hesitant to write stuff. And Cliff wants to chime in. So what Andy is saying is low no content, money for nothing. No. I mean, there is a, so there's stuff like coloring books and all that, puzzles, mazes, medium content, if you like, there's always a market for that. Send you a message on, okay, I'll check it. I'll check it soon, SD. Don't you worry, I'll get back to you today for sure. I'm not doing anyone else's domestic stuff. Okay, so I shouldn't have volunteered Cliff for ironing anyone else's clothing. And D and E. Hi, yes, yeah. Hey everyone, from Felicia. So yes, brings us back to this book. I've started reading it. It's actually pretty good. This book. Let me see. I am on page 39 of 465. Let me just double check that. Yes, there are 130 chapters, and the last page is 451. So page 39 out of 451. it's the pacing is really good. I'm enjoying the book. I was showing people the look inside earlier. Let's take a look at that now. So this is the ebook look inside. As you can see, the table of contents, cover page, title page, copyright dedication, and then you got chapters 1 all the way to, wait for it, 130. Yeah, so there's 130 chapters. They're relatively short chapters, but I believe I believe this is part of the strategy that James Patterson and Brendan Dubois are using for this kind of thriller book to keep the pace going. So, like most readers, once they get hooked into a story, sometimes there's also an element of, oh, just one more chapter. It's such a short chapter. Just one more page. In this case, the chapters are so short. They're like anything between 1.5 to 5 pages. I'll be honest, the font looks a little larger than other fiction books, so they've also got a larger font. So although it's a 465 page, I'm going to guess. My best guess is, and I saw this from, I think it was Joanna Penn's blog as well. My best guess would be this book is around 70,000 words, thereabouts, and the pacing is excellent. And they use short chapters to complement the pacing of the book. That's a long book. It's a long book, but it goes by really quick. And this is what I was trying to show. So look, chapter 1, ebook. You can't you can change the font on your own, so it doesn't really count on the ebook because you could change the font. But if you scroll through, chapter 1 was really quick. Chapter 2, you can read this in like 5 minutes, and then chapter 3. So do you see what I mean? The chapters go by really quick, and then chapter 4. So as you can see, the pacing is in line with the genre, with the niche. I'm about to send you a very cross message, Panda. Stop putting your writing down. Bring it on. Agreed with Emma Bennett. I want to read your fiction. I'm currently reading 6 of Crows by Lee Bardugo. Apologies if I butchered that name. After watching season 2 of Shadow and Bone. Nice. And you know how you get better with practice. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Completely agree. And highs all around, Felicia. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna dive into the realm of fiction going forward. I'm gonna share basically almost everything. There are some things I'll probably not share. For example, how many sugars I have in my tea or coffee. I do drink both tea and coffee, but not at the same time. And what I definitely do not do is mix tea and coffee in the same cup at the same time. Yeah. Let's just get that out of the way. I drink tea and coffee separately. I put sugar in both. I put milk in both, but I do not drink tea and coffee in the same cup at the same time. Yeah, that's a big no-no. If anyone's tried it, let me know, actually. Some people maybe they enjoy that kind of thing. Tea and coffee in the same cup. Let me know. Good advice, Cliff. Look at that. That is not something we see very often. That's Emma Bennett giving a compliment to Richard Holiday. Woo. Will wonders never cease? You better frame that up, Richard. Frame this up. Take a screenshot or something. Good advice. There you go. Yes, I will be practicing. But that's one of the reasons why earlier I had mentioned that I think this fiction project will be quite a long one. I'm doing the research right now, so I'm reading in the genre for starters. That's a good starting point. And then once I have an idea, have a very good idea, hopefully, of what readers expect, then I will try and formulate my own story or stories. The ultimate goal would be to have like a trilogy of some kind, or maybe multiple books. That'd be awesome. And it's probably going to be 60 to 70,000 words as a standard, if you like, for a novel. Estelle, thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully I can live up to that. But yeah, before I even get to writing, I have to read, I have to do all the research. And then when I do get to writing, I'm going to have to practice. Like everyone says, you gotta practice your craft. Practice your craft. Like SD, Cliff, Emma, everyone's very on point with that. Definitely agree with that. Also, no writing comes out perfectly the first time. You can't edit a blank page, but you can sell blank pages with the no content stuff. If anyone's interested in that business idea, I've got some videos on that. But no, I'm planning to shift a little bit away from the low and no content and into more the fiction realm. So we shall see. We shall see. We are. Emma does adore Richard. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yay. Love that second to look. Actually, on the point of segues into stuff, I'm actually not bad at it. I think I'm not great at it, but I'm on some people's newsletters, and it's truly amazing what these people do. I mean, these guys are pro marketers. I don't think I can give them enough credit for that, because they can start off with anything like, ooh, look, there's a bit of dog poo in the middle of the road. That's the start of the email, for example. And at the end, after like, I don't know, I'm going to guess on average 300 to 500 words. So they have a bit of a hook. There's dog poo in the middle of the road. 500 words later, buy my stuff. So they go from dog poo, middle of the road, to buy this marketing program that you need for your author business. It's truly amazing. I don't know if anyone knows or some of these guys, but they're in the like author marketing, email marketing kind of niche, and it really is. I'm signed up to their newsletters because they have good information, but it's also really, really cool to see how they can morph something into something else completely unrelated. It was well played, indeed. Okie dokie. So we're at 4:20 p.m. Anyone keen on another sprint of sorts? Or we can even close it like earlier if people have bits to do and stuff to get on with. I'm not blind to the fact that it is a Sunday evening in some places and it's a Sunday afternoon in some places. So people may want to spend time with the family. But let's do another one. Let's do another half an hour sprint. And yes, SD is saying Nick Stevenson is good at that newsletters. Absolutely. I'm on Nick Stevenson's newsletters, and yeah, he can go from like, I'm just picking things up from thin air, vaguely remember something, but I think he went to Disneyland with his family, and there was something about stories, and then at the end of it, you need to buy this package about storytelling. It's just an example, but Nick Stevenson is really good at that. You know, pretty awesome. Let's go. Okay, so let's do it another half hour. Estelle's got to hop off. We'll go down for the night. No worries, no worries. Yeah, have a great Sunday, Estelle. Have a good weekend. Yes, let's all say bye, Estelle. Okay, let's do a half-hour sprint, and we'll see how we feel after the half hour, and then we can circle back. I'm gonna set this one for 30 minutes, and I'm not gonna do auto breaks because I kind of like this Pomodoro one. As Steve's just saying, yes, I remember that with his family trip. Yeah, it was a while ago, so I'm obviously getting the details wrong. But it started off with like a Disney story with a family, and then it ended up with, I'm trying to remember, something along the lines of, we went to Disney, this is what I learned, and then at the end of it was, yeah, this is how, yeah, this is how I can help you. So buy my whatever it was. Okay, let's do a sprint because Bennett demands it. 3, 2, 1, half an hour. I shall see you on the other side. Let's go. Okie dokie. That is time for the second sprint. And just a recap, I am entering the realm of fiction. So, so the announcement is basically, excuse me, basically I'm going to be doing live streams on weekends, okay, and that'll be Sundays 3 to 6 probably Eastern time. Today I'm probably going to go till a few more minutes. We'll see. And I'm also going to be doing some videos on my fiction journey. I've just started, literally just started. So we're very, very early in the process, and I've chosen for now to look into the thriller genre, and I started with a book I got from the library, but it's this one over here. It's called Countdown by James Patterson, co-written with Brendan Dubois. And feel free to go check it out, but it's got 4.5 stars ratings on average, 5,000 plus ratings. It was released kind of recently, actually, 20th of March. So that's, for sure within the last, I don't know, 3 and a bit months, So there we go. That's the news. So Nicole dropped by earlier. I hope she's okay, Buttercup. And that's her nickname, Buttercup. And we are happy to see her. She's a bit of a wizard. Let's go through some comments. Fixed. Yep. Okay, sweet. Just Eva pops in, or she's still here, I think. She is still here. So hi, Eva. Yeah, great to see you. We can get the party started. I've just covered the announcements. So hopefully, and I'm not, like with all journeys, and life. And so there's going to be ups and downs. So be prepared for ups as well as downs. That's all I can say. And hopefully the downs, never. My perspective on it is never let a failure go to waste. And that's basically my way of saying, if you're gonna fail at something, let's learn something from it. Life is not perfect. The important thing is to pick yourself up and keep going, right? So there's going to be lots of ups and downs. I'm going to practice writing. I'm going to practice many times, probably. So yeah. Hi, Jordan. I hope you're okay. And just Eva says they are replacing the power line poles that run through the back property. Our power was down for over 12 hours. Ooh. Yesterday into the wee morning hours. Wonder if it's related. Yeah. So Jordan, how are you? Hope you're doing well. And just Eva had winds 80 miles per hour. That's 128.75 kilometers per hour. In case anyone wants to know, and that is quite strong. I think got more of my video edited. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good from what I've seen. Morgan Lee and JC Carpenter are hosting a poetry open mic tonight. Starts right after your stream. Here's the link. So yeah, people, feel free to go check that out. Especially if you got poetry or you're into poetry, please go say hi, have a listen, drop some comments, of course. Maybe you can join the realm of poets. My poetry is always around in YouTube, and I always go to people's streams, and this is what I say, word for word: popping by to say hi. And that is the end of my poetry. But I make sure I do poetry every single time I'm on YouTube. That's my poetry. Hey Shannon, I have a question for you. How come you have a Kickstarter for your book? I'm gonna let SD answer that. Poetry. Oh, Richard's a bit of a poet. He really is. Is that a rip-off or spin-off of Author Tube's Karaoke? Rich off. That's right. It's a rich off. Yeah. I hope that sticks. Rich off. It's not a yeah. Oh, okay. You gotta go. No worries, Eva. Have a great Sunday ahead. I'll catch you on YouTube's this week and next week. I'm copywriting that. No, you got to trademark that, otherwise it'll just get used up. So get the trademark registered, and we'll make sure we don't use it without giving you rights to it. Okay, so there was a question earlier by Jordan. I have a question: how come you have a Kickstarter for your book? And that was for SD. So the reply from 1N is I didn't want to start off in debt with my new series. So basically, it costs a bit of money to produce books. There's covers, editors, multiple kinds of editing. If you use that, not everyone has the budget for it, so maybe they just skip a few bits, a few steps. So it does cost money to produce books. That's no secret. So I completely understand why SD wants to effectively get some funding for it. She may actually make a good profit. I don't think that's a bad thing. Someone's got to pay bills, and yeah, that's just life at the moment, isn't it? That's the system we have. SD Houston, you're nearly in overall profit. Yeah, written off most of your deficit. Getting there, Richard. Yeah. I think you should be close to break even, which is not bad at all. Incidentally, on my nonfiction, on my latest release, I don't have the exact figures, but I can tell you that I am definitely not at break even yet for that specific book. So I don't know. I'll probably claw it all back in the next, I'm hoping, next year or so. Maybe the next year or 2 years, but as long as the other books continue to sell, then I should, in theory, break even at some point in the future. And this is kind of the big goal for me. I would love to make more income from this publishing venture, but it does cost money to publish books. Yeah, SD, I'm a little over 4K in debt on the last series, and SD has actually got quite a few videos about her last series. I can't, the title of the books are not coming to my mind. Something Rose or something Rose. If someone's got a link to it, please link to that. But basically, SD's also got some videos about her journey on that series of books, and it's got like sales reports and expenses and all that. So feel free to go check out her channel. She's very transparent about it, which is pretty good. So yeah, it's not cheap to produce a book. It takes Clash of Goddesses series. That's right. And it's a labor of love, and then you have to get money to produce it. So yeah, nothing's free in life. We just hit 5 o'clock. I am thinking of stopping the stream soonish, unless anyone had a burning desire to go for another round. I think it's probably getting late in some parts. So like the UK and Europe, it's probably kind of on the later side. People may want to get into bed or get ready for the new week. So I'm gonna say let's call it a day for now. For today's stream, I'm gonna be going forward. I'm gonna be doing Sunday streams from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully, everyone can join me. Come and check out what I'm doing with my with my fiction journey. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but it'll be an experiment that people can follow along. So okay, let's call it a day there, and I appreciate every one of you joining me today. Hopefully, I'll see you again Wednesday. I'm on a Wednesday for a 1-hour sprint, 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern time, and then Sundays will be 3 to 6 p.m. It'll be more like a social stream, as well as getting some work here and there done. But yeah, I'll definitely be sharing some of my journey on the fiction side of things and see how that goes. Cool. Okay, 5:01. Let's call it a day. I shall see everyone on YouTube, and until next time, have a great day, have a great week ahead, and I shall see you next week. Take care, everyone.